So my name's Neelam Sharma, and I currently serve as the Programs Director for Community Services Unlimited. CSU's been around for a long time, since 1977, and was created originally as the non-profit arm of the Southern California chapter of the Black Panther Party. When the party kind of diminished, some of the creators decided to keep the non-profit going, to keep trying to do good in the community through that. I've been living here for about 12 years, and when I first came here from England, it was a real culture shock to me as far as food went, because not to say that England is, any kind of utopia, but certainly you can, even in low-income communities, you can access food. And for the first time in my life, I actually had space to garden. So actually, this area you see right now, most of this was concrete. As you can see over the years, I've actually pulled up a lot of the concrete and created more space to garden, and in the front have also taken up all the grass and have nothing but trees and food out there. The guavas that I grow, for example, those are like, even in the farmers markets, you can't get those for less than $3 a pound, And yet, it's so easy to grow them. It's crazy. Why would you want to grow grass that you've then got to pay someone to cut, and you've got to water it? Why wouldn't you want to grow food instead? We did a community map where we literally walked the community. We walked and we mapped everywhere that had anything to do with food. And the results were really eye-opening, even for people in our community, in terms of the number of liquor stores, the number of, fast food outlets, in comparison to the number of supermarkets or restaurants, right? It was really, really an eye-opener. There's lots of space where we could be growing food that we're not doing that. When I first moved into this community, there was one farmer's market within a 3-mile radius of this house, let's say. There are now 5 farmers markets within a 3-mile radius of this house. It's still expensive because creating a farmers market is a whole song and dance in itself. There's fees to pay to this one, there's licenses to pay to that one. Our response was, okay, farmers markets are great. I go to them all the time, I love them, but they're still not really impacting the problem on a really deep level. You're not going to get the majority of people who need access to this food to leave the community and go somewhere else to get it. So our answer has been, well, you bring the food to the people, right? So our farm stands are held at, for example, the elementary school. So very often parents will be running in to pick up their kids. They'll run out, they'll grab some vegetables and fruit, and they'll leave. You have to put that affordable produce where people are going to have access to it, and be really real about that. Most of the folks in our community, the places that they go to all the time are the corner stores. 2/3 of the owners we surveyed were actually willing to try and sell healthier stuff as long as they had someone who would be distributing it and marketing it for them. I think the most beneficial way to actually almost, if you like, cut across those ideas about what is tasty is to offer people servings of real food. And so every single class we have in a school, every single class we run at our urban farm, we offer taste testings. For whatever's in season, whatever's good, we do taste testings. And then any events that we have, we cook. And then people taste it and go, wow. I know that, and it's like a miracle every time. Food is a way of organizing our community. Because when you talk about food, you're talking about land to grow the food. You're talking about the labor to grow the food. You're talking about the petrochemical industry. You have to talk about water. You get into the distribution of food, who's controlling that? The marketing of food, who's controlling that? These are huge issues, and they impact us in so many ways. Any way you look at it, food is a key.